Glen Grant is a drummer. He plays a lot with many bands. He's out of New York, and he's also a producer. So a lot of music that a lot of the singers here in Boston and around in New York and whereabouts, I mean, all over the place, you're going to come across singers who Glen has produced some of their music. So I'm going to ask him to tell you a little bit about Masspyke Productions, which is his recording area and expertise, and then he could talk a little bit about his drumming career. So, Mr. Grant, can you tell us a little bit about Masspyke Productions first?
Well, Masspyke Productions is exactly what it is, a big fish. And every body on the face of the piece of this earth want a piece of this fish.
Oh.
But, you know, it's there, you could get some. But anyhow, besides that.
So is that how you got the name, Masspyke?
No, what happened, I used to be riding up and down the Masspyke Highway like 4 or 5 times a week. I didn't own it.
Right.
So I was riding with Shaka Black, and we always wanted to start something. And we got on the Massachusetts border, and he's like, yo, we need to start a band, you know? And so what we gonna call it? And I look up and I see Masspyke, so I just say Masspyke. And that's how the name came around. And then from that, started like building rhythms and stuff, and he decided, well, look, Glen, keep the name Masspyke Productions because it represents where you're at right now. And from that day on till now, it stayed to that.
So you have Masspyke Productions, which is what you do your recording and produce music from. Yeah. And then you have the Masspyke Crew, which is...
Right, which is, it's anybody.
The band.
Anybody. I don't have a band per se. If I feel like, you see, I use 2 of Vibe Boys musicians, who is one of the 2 top musicians in Massachusetts, and Frankie out of Rhode Island, and he, you know, he Irie, that's why you could use him, you know. So, you know, it could be anybody. It's not really a unit, because one of the things I notice up here is that the musicians and them, they have no like love and unity and respect for each other, you know, and everybody always hating on each other, you know, this band hate that band, this one hate that one hate that one. But it's not about the man, it's about the art.
The music.
All right. And if I have one philosophy, if you're not true to the music, it wouldn't be true to you. It's like a relationship. If you're not true to your instrument and you don't treat it the way it's supposed to be treated, you'll only get back what you put in, you know. And I'll tell every and anybody that if you want to excel, just be true to it, you know, and respect next man. I mean, this is the first time I really get a chance to jam without playing with Vibe Boys with this man here, you know. I mean, the bassy, the bassy, you know, the bassy. We always talking here, we got to hook up, man, we got to play, you know. And it was a pleasure playing with him, because you have a feel, you have a style, you have a tone, and only one other person, you know, that I really like that is Taliwa, you know. That's my bassy, and I think this is the second right here, so I ain't hiding to say it. You know? I ain't hiding to say it. This is my next bassy. If he can't do it or Tali can't do it, I ain't think of doing it. I ain't think of doing it, man, you know. I'm sorry about it, Boston, but, you know. And then Donnie, he's coming out from a different vibe. So it's kind of hard now to get him into the vibe. But it's patience, you know. He doing good. He getting there. You know, he getting there. You know, I enjoy working with him. You know, different vibe other than Vibe Boys again. You know, so Frankie, different thing. I mean, you know, all I doing is like trying to put all these different entities together and create something. Like right now, I'm working on an album, an instrumental, because I'm I don't hide to say it. I'm getting tired of the singers. You know.
You're tired of Igina and
no, you
journalists?
No, you know, certain singers, and me and my man here was talking, you know, night before, and that's what came up, you And he have the same idea I have. You know, Donnie have the same idea, and Frankie have the same idea. So yo, let's get together, do an album, and it will be out soon. It will be called For the Love of Music.
Wow.
All right? Not for the love of an ego. Sorry, singers. All right? It's all about musicianship. You know, and as I say again, you know, thanks, gentlemen, you know, and, you know, we get there. You know, we get there.
You talk a little bit about your background as a drummer.
Man. The only person could tell you that really is my mom's, you know?
Well,
because
you're going to have to fill in, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, well, I don't know where to start, you know, well, all I know.
I know.
One thing I know is I started music when I was like I think like 5, 6, because you know, everybody in the family, you know, it's like musicians, singers and players. And I was always messing around with, I started on the steel drums. From the steel drums, my grandfather bought me a banjo. I played for like 2 weeks and I break off the neck and I turn it into a snare drum. And my uncle, which is my mom's brother, he bought me a saxophone. I break that and I turn it into a drum, you know. The only
saxophone?
thing, yeah, and then I end up, my father had a guitar, started playing the guitar a little bit. But, you know, it was kind of hard, so I said, let me leave that. I'm going to play something that nobody don't play. So I started playing the drums. But I could never get a chance to play on the drums because, as I say again, nobody wants you to go on the drums. You're too small. So I had to play the steel drums. And, you know, I just keep fooling around on it. And I came to America. I started to play with a steel band up here called Exhibit Serenaders, one of the first steel bands. So I had a chance to flex between the steel drum and the drum set. And I started gigging with them, playing drums. And I get to like it. And high school, fool around with the drums, you know, and we started playing there and playing with little bands in the neighborhood. Then next thing I knew, I was playing in a rock band, you know. After the rock band, I ended up playing reggae, and then I ended up here, you know, playing a lot of like the big artists out of Jamaica, Trinidad, you know. So it's so much I can't even tell you. You know, I was trying to cut it short. You know,
I see.
Too much.